What's up, Gunpla fans? This is Joe of Joe's Gunpla here with another video, and this is something very special. It's a video that is about 14 years in the making. It took me the better part of a week to get everything set up and filmed and then edited, and it's really important to me that I get that out there. A while back I did a video explaining that I was going to be taking a break, a little bit of a step back from the hobby and making videos just because of some personal things going on in my life with some very important people that I really want to spend time with and get to know and everything like that. And I'm focusing more on my social life and work and getting ready to go back to school. And in that video, someone had commented that it was something along the lines of, if you say you have the collection you say you do, then something. I wasn't paying attention because it was a little condescending, but that's okay. So I kind of wanted to take this opportunity to show off my entire collection of built kits. Eventually I'll do another quick video of all of my in-progress and unbuilt collection, but right now I wanted to focus on the kits I have built. And in this video you're going to see kits going back to the very beginning, in 2000 when Gundam Wing was airing in America, and the first kits that I got, I used the stickers, which is, a lot of beginners do that, but I didn't know anything about modeling at all, and I literally took the pieces and ripped them from the runner, and you can tell that they are just very poorly built. I didn't have any tools, so it was literally ripping the parts off with my hands and applying the stickers with my fingers, and they don't stick very well because the oils on your fingers get the adhesive all messed up, and bad stuff. And then I hope you can see the progression that I've made with my kits. There was a time when I was very experimental and trying to do new things, way back in the early days, taking a file to random spots on a kit and scratching it up with no real coherent methodology for how I was going to battle damage or weather my kits, taking brown paint with my finger and just kind of dabbing it on to make it look like rust, and it looks really bad, but it's a learning experience. And you're also going to see some kits where I tried to do some heavy modifications, turning, for example, a Zaku 2 into a Zaku 1. You're going to see where I took some old original 80s kits, like the glue together kits, and kit bashed them with a high grade that was much more modern at the time, to try and make a high grade version of that older kit before there was a high grade kit of it. And some of these kits, they are broken. Some V-fins here and there, some antennas are snapped off, but I do have those pieces. I just haven't gotten around to gluing everything back together. And all the accessories. I have all the accessories. They're in boxes somewhere, unless I use them for another project for whatever reason. So yeah, this is going to be kind of a walkthrough of my entire collection, and I hope you enjoy it. You're going to see about 300 kits. There's a little less than that, but a little less than 300 kits. And that is calculated using, I didn't actually count everything. I have a spreadsheet on my computer. Let me see if I can actually show you. Let me get this out of the way. Spreadsheet with, quantity of owned kits and unbuilt kits. And so that's, that's my database. I have a spreadsheet with everything, and it has the condition that they're in and all that stuff. So that's a rough estimation on what's logged in my computer. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to show you all the boxes and go from there. So I hope you enjoy the video. So here we have all of the boxes of built kits. This is the smaller pile The boxes behind this pile are actually in progress. And then we move to the floor. Larger master grade boxes here. Yes, that is a TT Hong Li Extreme Blast Mode Destiny, but you know, I have the original as well. And once we get up to here, those boxes are actually too deep, so there's boxes behind those as well. And the entire pile all the way back down to the floor. And each one of these boxes has multiple kits in them. Some of them have as many as 12 kits in the box. And I only have this shelf with some lighting. And this shelf with some lighting, of course, to display my kits. So that's the only display space I have right now, is those two shelves. And I'm going to use those to display all of that on there. This is going to take days. Starting with the Wing Gundam kits, the ones that started them all. I started about this hobby way back in 2000 with the wing kits, and they're old and they're awful and they're terribly built. I just literally ripped the parts from the runners with my hands. Didn't know what an X-Acto knife was. It's terrible. Anyway, the heavy arms that you saw back there, I had two of them. One of them was sacrificed so I could do a Gatling shield on each arm along with the knives. Metallic painted some of these kits, the Wing Zero and Epion. Have the Tallgeese kits. The Tallgeese 1 there is actually Tallgeese 3. I wanted that waist articulation. The only two kits I'm really proud of here are those, which I painted completely. The Serpent Custom and the Limited Taurus. And these are some kits that I did recently. The Special Edition Metallic Clear Endless Waltz kits. Pretty happy with the way those turned out. You can't really glue in sand and cement and all that stuff with clear kits and metallic kits, but I made the best of the kits, you know, that I could. Hand painted the Cobra on the shield there. And that Nataku is one of my newer kit builds too. Along with all of these kits, I went back and I redid the original 5 wing kits, and I'm working on the rest of them. I want to do them justice. I tried to do what's known as the no paint method on these, where you sand the plastic completely to give it a more realistic finish. And there's the high grade After Colony Wing Gundam. So you can see I really improved over the past 14 years on my builds. Some honorable mentions coming up. 2 Sandrock Customs, one painted in TV colors, and then this Wing Gundam here. They are broken, so honorable mentions. I consider them finished, but they broke. Here's my 1/100 scale collection of Wing and Endless Waltz kits. These are the high grades. I did paint the Serpent Custom all by hand. There's the Tallgeese 3 that I turned into a Tallgeese 1. And you can see horrible nub marks. They're not even nub marks, they're like tear marks. Back from when I had no idea what I was doing. And in stark contrast, some of the newer 1/100 kits that I've built. The Dynamis and Curios and Exia, Double Res or designer colors. The Aegis, Red Frame Astray. Then we come to the Mac Daddy, the 1/60 scale Wing Zero TV version, of course. Nowhere near as articulate and as detailed as the perfect grade Wing Zero Custom, but man, this guy's a behemoth, and I just love him. He takes 2 AA batteries to power the LEDs inside, but damn, beautiful. Here we come to the Master Grade kits. Ron Baral's collection back there is Zaku 1, Goof 1.0, Goof 2.0, Wing Gundam TV version, Wing Gundam EW version, completely painted, Master Gundam, and we got a couple of ground type Gundams in the background, Heavy Arms completely painted, Sandrock completely painted, Mark II 2.0, God Gundam, and then up above we've got a Rezel. I actually didn't build that one, but it was given to me. Wing Zero Custom, Wing Gundam Verka, Age 1 Normal, Jim versions 1 and 2.0, Easy 8, the Ball, Age 1 Titus, Age 1 Spallow, and the Quanta. Yes, he's standing up just fine. This is the HD version of the Hyakushiki. There we go, give me some lighting. H2 Normal in the background, Sword Impulse. That is the Bandai version of the Destiny Extreme Blast mode. Death Scythe Hell Custom, Musha Gundam, the Strike Gundam, and that's the one with the special bazooka, and Death Scythe EW, he's completely painted as well, Musha Mark II, and then we've got the Zeta Gundam, which is also the HD version, the original New Gundam, the Physalis, the Dom, Goof Custom, Zaku 2.0, I think that's the J-Type, Gyan in the background, F91, I loved this kit. I know it's kind of small and people say it's fragile, but that base is just awesome, and the detail. Exia, and yeah, he's standing just fine too. And that's the Mark II Ayug HD version as well. Next, we've got the Char Zaku 2 version 1. That's the TT Hongli Destiny in the background. Castle's Gundam. This is the Dragon Momoko clear blue crystal something or other Death Scythe. Very fragile. The clear blue plastic from the inner frame broke in several places. That was the original Sazumi. Gundam 2.0, G3 2.0, New Verka, Gundam 1.0, I'm sorry, the G3 1.0, and the Gundam next to it is the 1.5. And the gun tank, be careful of those treads if you ever build that thing. God. I do have the G-Armor real type colors, and that's just to show I do have the fin funnel set, or the P-Bandai set. I just didn't want to display all the funnels because they're a pain. Moving on to 1/144 scale, the twin ball set, and that's the 1/144 scale ball for the original series, along with 1/250 scale, I think. I don't know why I put the Gog as the centerpiece. I just think he's cool. Gelgoog Marine. And that's an original Rick Dom from the 80s. The original Camphor. The triple Dom set. Dom Tropin and Dom Tropin Sand Brown. High grade UC VO Cubile, a couple of Mark II Titans colors. Custom painted Chars, Hyakushiki with the Hyper Beam something or other. And that's the Griffo Spore set, the Grip Spore set. Those two Zaku ones in the front, they're actually the original high-grade Jahzzar Zaku 2 that was released in America only. It was the same mold as the 8th MS Team kit, and I had two of them, and I turned them into Zaku 1s, and I really regret it. I've built the high-grade UC RX-78-2 probably about 8 or 9 times. That one in the front on the Lightning base was the G30th edition with an original core booster from the 80s. High-grade UC Banshees. I have 2 that are in the novel version. Victory, Double Zeta. And the new Gundam in the back is actually the Dragon Momoko. No, I'm sorry, Model Comprehend New Gundam. Here we have some original ships of the line. I think these are in 1 1200 and 1 2400 scale. And then some mobile armors, Big Zam. Oh look, Big Zam. And the Odzom. Opsilus 3 was there. That came with the GM Sniper from 8th MS Team. Some Zakus. 8th MS Team Zaku in the back. The 2 darker Zakus were Chars and Garmas before the production unit was released. Some original 80s Magella attack tanks. The DOPs are actually Garma's DOPs. These kits here, they're actually kit bashes of the original DOMs from the 80s and some DOM Tropins back when I tried to do a high-grade DOM of my own. And then some original gems, one of them painted in Child of Mecha colors, and the Zulu Goog. High-grade Crystal Zaku 2 Chars, and then the real grades in the back. Painted a Rick Dom in Chars colors before the twin pack was released with that and the G3. Painted a Xeon color scheme RX-78-2. My 2 masterpieces that I just love. Love getting these on camera. Love bragging about them. The RX-78 TC Gundam Transcendence Unshattered Mode, and MS-06V Zaku Viscera. So proud of those. And then a couple of gun cannons, a couple of gun tanks, another RX-78-2 Gundam with the Mobile Suit Carrier trailer, one of the EX releases. And then that's an old core booster. That's the second one from the 80s. And the G-Armor, high-grade Universal Century. The Gundam's inside, of course. You can tell the shields are there. And moving on, we've got some seed kits. Now these are the remastered kits that came out not too long ago for the, I think, the 10-year anniversary. Just the original 5 GAT units completed so far. I have the others in backlog. Gundam Wing Fenice from Build Fighters, and Build Strike full package. Extreme Gundam with his guitar that I painted by hand. A couple of Sangokuden kits. They're pretty fun builds. I like painting them, detailing them. SD New Gundam and SD Sazabi. That's the second New Gundam, but the first Sazabi. I need to get the other 2 versions of each. And then the hyper mode of all of the 1/144 scale G Gundam kits that had a hyper mode. an original God Gundam. And then the high grades. My only 1/144 scale 00 kit, the Astria F-Type, fully loaded of course. And some very old Gundam X kits that were built around the same time the wing kits were. They're just awful. You know, torn off the runners and whatnot. And age. I think this is the last batch of kits here. These are the advanced grade kits. And I only have up through the 2nd generation. I don't have any of the 3rd generation units. And I didn't bother painting them or anything. I think they're actually pretty cool little builds, you know, for something kind of a block build system. Why is there not a high-grade Kronos? Why is there not a high-grade Kronos? Sorry, that still bothers me. And then, moving on to the high grades. These are the Dragon Momoko, Titus, and Spallo. I got them because of the added details and stuff were just really cool. Some Genoases, Wolf Aniakel's mobile suit, Spallo, Titus, age 1 normal in the background, the Farsia, which honestly I really like that kit. It's so dainty and girly. I don't know why, but I don't know why I like it, but it's just really cool. Moving into some 2nd generation kits. The Shaldal, by the way, is an amazing kit. Like, if you don't have one, what's wrong with you? You can paint it any color you want. I don't care. It doesn't have to be green, but it's just amazing. The Adele is really cool too. I have 3 of them. Units 1 and 2 from the Diva team. The Bakuto is really nice too. Zetasar, Dorado. I don't remember the name of that one. And then all the age 2 variations. Normal, Double Bullet, and Darkhound. I really like the age kits. You can tell they came so far with high grade kits up until that point, and now they're still advancing them with the Build Fighters kits and everything, making subtle changes. And that's it for Gunpla. Here's some honorable mentions. I've got the Code Geass kits, 3 of them anyway. Lancelot, Vincent, and Gurren Mark II. Tried to make like the Slash Harkins look like they're bouncing off of each other. The rest of the kits, I didn't really have room to pose anything, so I thought I'd have fun with these. I love playing with the wires. And the gold on that guy, on the Lancelot, was all hand painted. Tester's gold chrome with Tamiya clear yellow over it. There's the Vincent. And that's it. So there you have it. My entire collection on video. I'm pretty proud of it. I know I feel I've come a long way. And, you know, even stuff as simple as seam line removal and detail painting, you know, those are huge steps. And everything you do to get better in a hobby is good. Even if it takes time. Even if it takes years. I have an airbrush set up. I haven't been able to use it yet because I just don't have time to study and practice and learn how to use it. Because they don't want to just start airbrushing a kit, because you gotta practice that stuff. You can't just be an expert right away. And seam line removal, I don't do it on every kit, because I don't feel it needs to be on every kit, but it's something I can do. You know, I can do a lot more of the advanced techniques. I just don't, because I don't have time, and it's just not something that I am passionate about right now. So, anyway, I will be doing a video eventually, someday, showing off all of my unbuilt collection. And yeah, so hope you enjoyed everything. Until next time, guys, happy building and take care.